For one to be a Mandalorian, it takes much more than saying one is a Mandalorian. There's a complex set of rules that must be adhered to, oftenly called creeds. Mandalorians are from all walks of life. Farmers, singers, artists, politicians are just a few of the professions a Mandalorian can encompass. However, all Mandalorians are required to be warriors, so most Mandalorians pick professions such as security details, mercenaries, and bounty hunters. No matter what your profession, you are a warrior first and foremost. This comes from the third list of rules called the Supercommando Codex. Today on Star Wars Fanatic. It's true, all Mandalorians are to be warriors first. It is made abundantly clear that they will fight. The Supercommando Codex is a complex set of codes created from the Resol'nare, or 6 tenets, and the Canons of Honor, which lists what a Mandalorian is to do to remain honorable. Pretty self-explanatory, really. Where the Resol'nare lists the tenets of being a Mandalorian, and the Canon of Honors tells how to remain honorable, mostly in battle, the Supercommando Codex directly deals with being a warrior. The Codex was created by Jaster Muriel, the leader of the true Mandalorians, as he rose to the position of Mandalor. He created it because many Mandalorians were beginning to split into separate factions and redefining the culture on their own agendas. There was a movement by pacifists to move away from the warrior past of the Mandalorian traditions. As he implemented this plan, another faction developed, the Death Watch. This group, founded by Tor Vizsla, developed because the new Supercommando Codex prohibited raiding and conquest. Ultimately, Jaster Muriel was killed, and most of his true Mandalorians were killed with him, except for one, Jango Fett. Jango was the adopted son to Muriel and fought along his side in the Mandalorian Civil War. As Jango's clan was destroyed, he became a bounty hunter, roaming the galaxy and becoming the best the generation had seen. However, he never lost sight of his teachings. He held true to Jaster's Supercommando Codex. The Codex is long. If I were to list it all out, I would have an hour video. So I will touch on the main points and leave out the Canons of Honor and the Resol'nare. I have done videos of the other two and will link them in the description below. The rest of the Codex is still complex. At least that's what I hear. Honestly, the actual Supercommando Codex is difficult to find. The closest thing I could get to it is that of a cosplay Mandalorian Legion website. I will give the link below as well. But since these groups are dedicated to extreme accuracy, I would say this is pretty reliable. The Codex that I've found consists of the main topics: rite of passage, everybody fights, experience leads, manners, mercenary work, and the homeworld. Now, in the manner of the tradition that I started with the other two sets of rules, I will continue the tradition and use our 3 most recent Mandalorians to gauge who adheres to this the best: Din Djarin, Boba Fett, and Bo-Katan Kryze, or as I call her, Bo-Karen. So let's start with the first, rite of passage. This covers hitting puberty, making your own armor, and killing something. Since we don't know how anyone in the galaxy far, far away matures, I will give them all a pass. But what about the other 2 areas? Din Djarin had his Beskar armor made by an armorer. Boba Fett modified Jango Fett's armor to fit his own style. We do not know yet where Bo-Katan got her armor, but we can presume it was handed down to her from her family. Also, with killing something, we've seen Boba Fett kill something, and we've seen Din Djarin kill something. We've seen Bo-Katan kill people, but not just something. So, for now, Boba Fett wins in this entire category. Number 2, everybody fights. No matter your profession, you are a warrior first. All 3 seem to have good handle on this one, as none have been seen backing down. So, they all 3 win in this one. Number 3, experience leads. There are no ranks. You're either a Mandalor or a Mandoade. But in battle, there has to be a chain of command. The most experienced must step up. Din Djarin and Boba Fett do not seem interested in leading. I'm not going to include Boba Fett's Legends stories, as that will give him a leg up because the other two do not have a Legends continuity. But Bo-Katan does. However, she feels she is the Mand'alor. In this category, Bo-Katan takes the lead. Number 4. Manners. This encompasses speak your mind, look others in the area of their eyes when talking to them, take off your boots in another Mandalorian's home where they raise their children, and pay your debts. Keep your kids under control and respect the elderlies. We have seen Din Djarin pay his debts. Boba Fett has repaid his debts through acts, and Bo-Katan held true to her word after she altered the deal midway through the original deal with Din Djarin. We have not seen them in another's home, so we don't know how to judge them on that. Din Djarin does keep the child Grogu under control when he acts up, or at least he attempts to. He was the only one with a type of child. We haven't seen any elderly Mandalorians, but Bo-Katan's actions did cause many innocent deaths on Mandalore, including elderly Mandalorians. Din Djarin takes the category on this one. Number 5. Mercenary Work. It's pretty self-explanatory. Getting paid to do what Mandalorians should do best, fight. This means bodyguard, security detail, and bounty hunting. Most Mandalorians are capable of this for extra money, or even to make a good career of it. Din Djarin was a bounty hunter, but he broke the bounty hunter code when he rescued the child Grogu, after he turned him in for the bounty. Bo-Katan hasn't shown us that she makes a living using bounty, but she did say not all Mandalorians are bounty hunters. Boba Fett was the best bounty hunter in the galaxy, so guess who takes the lead in this one? Boba Fett. So when we look at all three characters and how they scored in the Supercommando Codex, Boba comes out ahead again, but that is not to say the other two do not have a chance. The stories of all three are too complex and are still not complete. There's plenty of time for Bo-Katan to leave her Death Watch ways behind her, and Din Djarin has already shown signs of change from the Children of the Watch. I've enjoyed making these videos, and I do want to do a whole video just dealing with the Resol'nare, the Canons of Honor, and the Supercommando Codex. It was fun seeing how these three characters stacked up against these different creeds. I know I claimed some to be not as Mandalorian as others, but I believe all three to be Mandalorian. They just follow different ideals based off the same codes. One has lost her way, but there is time to see a redemption of Bo-Katan. The thing I like most about all three characters is they are opposite corners of a triangle. Din Djarin is just trying to do what's right, so he broke the bounty hunter code when he rescued the child Grogu. That was accepted by the leader of his covert, the Armorer. She even had him incorporate the child Grogu into his clan, making them a clan of two. Boba Fett just pretty much wants to be left alone, since all of his clan was either killed or abducted by Death Watch. That doesn't mean he isn't a Mandalorian, it just means he doesn't identify as one of those Mandalorians. He has goals, and once those goals are achieved, we will probably see a more unified Mandalore through Boba Fett. Bo-Katan has massive guilt for the part she played in Death Watch, especially the death of her sister, Duchess Satine Kryze. She allowed an outsider, or Aruedi, into Mandalorian culture as its leader. She then lost Mandalore to the clones and the Empire. She is confused and thinks the only way to fix it is by gaining the Darksaber. She is a solid leader, but needs that status symbol to justify her legitimacy. We will see a new Bo-Katan once the Darksaber is destroyed, or we will see her turn into a complete villain. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Who do you think wins in the Supercommando Codex? Honestly, I think Boba Fett has it. His father was Jaster Muriel's heir, and the Codex would have been taught harder to Boba than in the other two, due to their affiliations with Death Watch in one way or another. But I'd like to hear your opinions as well. If you haven't done so yet, or you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to see more Mandalorian and Star Wars content as it gets released. Also, hit the thumbs up to show your love for what I do here and share the video with a friend. Let's see if we can hit this video at 2,000 views. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.